Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Shitcoin podcast. I'm your host, Crypto Bounce. Let's get started with today's fantastical shitcoins. So, first, I'm going to start off with our good friend here, XVG or Verge, just on fire. I just sent out a tweet earlier and I want everyone to see this. Back on December 12th, this was trading at around 53 sat. Today it just broke over 222 sat. So you're looking at a 4 to 5x in 4 to 5 days. Going back to the whole model of these shit coins, you need to be patient. You need to be a sniper. You need to be working at having a big radar and surfing through hundreds of these coins and every day checking and waiting for them to bottom out, or waiting for monster red candles of big sell-offs or overdone sell-offs to snipe in there and pick up some coins. I was a big buyer of this at the 50 sat level simply because I've seen this before. Back in August, same thing happened. Got down to 50 sat. All the pump and dumpers accumulated it. This thing has the most tremendous volume too I've ever seen. I think it does 800 Bitcoin a day in volume, which for a coin this small at this level is just mind-blowing. That's when you know it's a pump and dumper as well. Anyways, let's go and keep going. So anyways, Verge blew past our levels here. I was targeting around 150 and is continuing up. It's now breaking up above the 220 of the last level that it saw. So I think there might be some legs left to it. And the only reason I kind of say that is I compare this one to Smart. I'm trying to see if I have it here. Yeah, Smart Cash. I don't actually have it on my stream here, but I should, because that's another one that I think is almost a perfect example of another shit coin that's been pumped and dumped all the time. Can do some incredible things if you get it at the right price and at the right time. And I think Smart is another one of those ones that looks almost identical to this. I'm going to add it onto our list here. So Smart has been going as well. If you had accumulated it, it's doubled in price from about 400 sat to just peaked at around 1200 the other day. So you could have actually tripled your money off of the Smart Cash. So these are the kinds of shit coins you really want to be watching out for and looking carefully at. Let's jump to Bitcoin Cash. We did see a nice jump up to 0.107, and then it kind of fell apart again once Bitcoin started going up and up and up. So actually, let me start with Bitcoin. It's at 19,418 and going strong. So all of these signals, as soon as it broke over 18,154, that was your sign to get the hell out of the altcoin market at this point. Anything going up at this point in the altcoin market is pure luck. So as you can see, as soon as Bitcoin started to fly up, Bitcoin Cash started to fall apart after it hit this level. I was out at that point. Let's go to IOTA. IOTA is another great example. It was actually heading up, and then as soon as Bitcoin started heading up to new highs, it as well fell apart and did go a little bit lower than it's gone previously. So this one's still super negative. Komodo was on fire the other day, breaking past a lot of resistance and a lot of levels that we were really excited about. But again, as soon as Bitcoin started ramping up past 18,000, now 19,000, it's been falling apart. Litecoin, interestingly enough, has really just been moving sideways. So this one's getting ready and preparing to move up. So watch Litecoin really carefully. I think this one's got some really interesting legs. Neo, same thing, falling apart, consolidating a little bit sideways as Bitcoin continues to move up. OMG in the same boat. It was starting to break out, and then as soon as Bitcoin started its run to new levels, it's fallen apart and sideways, but it's bouncing off of this level here, and I think OMG is a great opportunity. REQ, fantastic stock, fantastic coin, continues to follow the resistance lines. So this is another one of those ones that I'm quite happy about and watching. XRP continues to trade sideways. It did fall apart a little bit. That was concerning, and we can see it's starting to bounce off of these levels. So it's around 38.55 and trying to bounce at this point. Let's see what Zcash is up to. Same thing. It started to fall apart. It was running up nicely, and as soon as Bitcoin started to fire off, it started to fall apart and consolidate. So as you can see, you need to be watching Bitcoin carefully. Everything is consolidating and falling apart once those prices go up. So Civic, same thing, nice big fall apart. MCO, same type of thing. Music, let's see what this guy, so this is another one of those little shit coins that's been sitting near the bottom. I like this one at 100 sat, and if this one breaks out over 200, expect some interesting moves from music. Sia coin, another great one at a low price. If you can pick this one up at 50 sat, that's the buy zone, so 40 to 50. It's now kind of bumping into this 75 sat level, which I think once it breaks out, you should see a bit of a run up, an interesting opportunity there. Stratus, another good coin, but really I wouldn't touch this until it breaks out over these levels. Waves has been having some fantastic news and breaking out, but again, as soon as Bitcoin started to move up, it's fallen apart and, you know, giving back a lot of that value. So I wouldn't go long on this one until we do see some big changes in Bitcoin pricing. Eddie, I sent out a post yesterday about this little POS, and we saw a really nice spike from 170 when I tweeted about it, and it got up to about 400 sat, and then got hammered again as Bitcoin prices went up, and as these POS guys like to dump their shit out. So I still think this one's actually a great buy at this price. This is an interesting project if you're interested in proof of stake or you'd like to get into that. This is actually probably one of your best bets to test the waters with and figure that out. I will do some more videos about proof of stake and let people understand that a little bit more. Ubic, again, nothing good here happening right now until Bitcoin pricing changes. So you can see the big drop off there. It was actually heading up and doing quite well until that happened as well. So keep an eye out on Bitcoin prices. At this point, if Bitcoin seems pretty unstoppable, I mean, at some point it's going to slow down. It may be when these CME futures come out tomorrow. So buckle up, Buttercup. It's time to keep an eye on Bitcoin, and from there we'll see what opportunities arise. But we're starting to see some nice wins across the board, and if you were sharp and took advantage of those wins, because Bitcoin continues to rip up, you want to take those profits off the table as quickly as you can, or keep your stop losses tight so that you're not losing the wins that you're gaining from these pops that are happening now. Anyways, I'll check back with you guys tomorrow. Have a great day trading.